Now in Good Morning Northwest, breaking news, Hurricane Ian strengthening and targeting another southeastern state. We're tracking it and the incredible damage left behind.
After record amounts of rain yesterday, we're rebounding today. Very stable conditions. What that all means coming your way.
And federal agents raid the Hells Angels Clubhouse on East Sprague. What we know about it and its history with law enforcement. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. So glad you are. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Friday, September the 30th. We are following live updates on Hurricane Ian's devastation. Hurricane expected to make landfall in South Carolina today.
And just the last 24 hours, Ian gained strength again and is now a Category 1 hurricane. At this time yesterday, it had weakened to a tropical storm. Sydney Charles is live at the Now Desk tracking the latest developments.
That's right, Robin. This morning, there is still a danger of a life-threatening storm surge along the coast of Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas. That's according to the latest update from the National Hurricane Center. ABC's chief meteorologist Ginger Z saying, adding this morning that North Carolina is almost all covered
in flood watch, saying don't drive if you have a flash flood warning in your area. Well, what do we know right now? Again, Ian regained Category 1 strength as it heads towards South Carolina. Because of this, President Joe Biden has declared a state of emergency in South Carolina that is in effect right now as Hurricane Ian is expected to make landfall there today. Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis saying there have been more than 700 rescues since Ian's landfall. And City of Sanibel officials have confirmed at least 2 fatalities. This brings the overall death toll from Ian to at least 11 that have been confirmed so far. So this is a live look just moments before Ian's landfall. This is Myrtle Beach. It's headed here right towards South Carolina. Ginger Z also saying South Carolina has not had a landfalling hurricane for 6 years. Residents are being told to hunker down and prepare for the worst. I checked poweroutage.us, and right now the number of Floridians without power is just under 2 million. Earlier this morning, that number was over 2 million. Today, coastal and northeastern South Carolina are expected to see considerable flash and urban flooding. And in central Florida, major to record river flooding will continue throughout the week. We know that the hurricane is expected to make landfall in South Carolina today, but what other areas will Ian pass through? Mark Peterson is here with that answer and your first alert forecast.
Hurricane Ian again coming into a Category 1, gaining strength over the Atlantic and continues to make its way inland. Now we're starting to see the storm surge. We've already had the winds in excess of 50 miles an hour. It will continue to make its way ashore with the storm surge, but also then the heavy rains, up to a foot of rain in some areas and possibly more in around some of those bands. So that's happening right now as this continues to make its way ashore, and then it'll work its way inland. Will degrade, but only after it has pummeled the Carolinas and Georgia. As it goes further north, it will lose some of its power, but still in the next couple of days, we'll see those winds decrease to maybe 30 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour, and heavy rains. In our world, we're going to see a blue sky today, completely different, partly cloudy and warm. We have an amazing weekend online. We're going to have temperatures that are going to be above average all of next week. And next week will be a sunny week. So today, we're going to see those clouds moving out by about 11 o'clock. We're going to have mostly sunny conditions for much of the afternoon. Temperatures warming up into the upper 60s with 69 that high. Even as the sun sets, we're still going to hold on into the 60s. Right now, we've been in the mid-50s all night long.
Spokane police swarmed a home on West Northwest Boulevard last night, demanding the people inside surrender to officers.
Police blocked off the road in both directions using a bullhorn to tell the people inside they weren't going anywhere. This is video of the first person leaving that home with their hands on their head. Minutes after the arrest, police set off a flashbang and told a second person they knew they were in the basement and to come out with their hands up. A police lieutenant tells us the Spokane Violent Crimes Task Force arrested a woman and a man on Department of Corrections warrants, and the man has an extensive history of violent crime and weapons possession. We hope to learn more about the arrest later this morning.
Spokane police and federal agents raided the Hells Angels Clubhouse on East Sprague. The only thing they would tell us, they were serving a search warrant. The motorcycle club has a history of run-ins with law enforcement in Spokane. In 2011, one person was arrested during a raid that uncovered half a dozen loaded weapons and marijuana. We also reported on a shooting outside the club in 2015. As we learn more about this raid, we'll keep you updated right here on 4 News Now and on KXLY.com.
All right, some breaking news this morning. The bodies of some of the 10 victims in the float plane crash in the Puget Sound earlier this month have been recovered. Emergency management confirms the recovery, as well as about 80% of the plane itself, including its engine. The plane crashed on September 4th, killing everyone on board, including local civil rights activist Sandy Williams and her partner, Pat Hicks. Since the plane was found at the bottom of the sound, crews had to bring in special equipment that could withstand the strong currents and the increased pressure. Federal aviation investigators still have not released what caused that crash.
If you're driving through downtown Spokane this morning, you will want to avoid Spokane Falls Boulevard. It'll be closed between Monroe and Wall until at least 2 this afternoon. Crews are dismantling this crane. You can still get into the parking garages at River Park Square and the Central Library.
You'll also want to give yourself extra time to get to your dinner reservations in downtown Spokane starting on Sunday, as construction crews will be closing the left 2 lanes of eastbound I-90 from the 195 interchange over to Hamilton Street. Those lane closures will start every night at 7 o'clock and will go until October the 5th. All right, good morning, Northwest time. It's now 6:06.
Hey, it looks like you got the car wash forecast. My car got kind of rinsed off yesterday.
Kind of rinsed off. Some people may have some dust and stuff that was included in some of that rain, certainly in the light amounts. Yeah, the green light's on all weekend. You know it's going to be packed today when it comes to people getting their cars washed, getting ready. And we are going to have that full forecast to get you ready coming up.
I'm here at Walter's Fruit Ranch. This is the Wiggle Worm. It's perfect for your kids, and the Fall Festival is perfect for your family. Coming up, I'll give you a live look.
And student loan forgiveness has a lot of financial aid borrowers rejoicing, but has some states filing lawsuits. We'll tell you why just ahead.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Jennifer's Auto Sales and Service is going hog wild.
There's never been a better time to get the luxurious quality and refined style you envision for your home. During National Karastan Month, receive up to a $1,000 rebate on beautiful Karastan carpets.
Save up to $1,000 on Karastan flooring at Panhandle Carpet One.
Sales this big come along once in a lifetime. Get to the best for last 2022 RV closeout happening now at Appleway RV in Liberty Lake. We're heavily discounting our last 2022 RVs with our most competitive prices ever. Take your pick from a new Aspen Trail or Colorado travel trailer, both priced under $30,000 and only $189 a month. Get your best RV deal ever during the best for last 2022 RV closeout through October 1st only at Appleway RV in Liberty Lake. Family adventure starts here.
Our very best savings have been extended during the Labor Day sale at More Furniture.
Everyone knows More is synonymous with incredible style at the best values, but our Labor Day sale offers a special opportunity to save big, and we're extending the sale for an additional week.
Our latest collections have arrived, and they're all on sale.
Our best sellers are in stock, and they're all on sale.
It's the best time of year to save and get your home ready for fall entertaining.
Check out morefurniture.com to view all extended sales specials.
Chewelah Casino's annual Halloween Boo Bash is Saturday, October 29th. This year's theme is Heroes and Villains. Dress up in your favorite Heroes and Villains Halloween costume. You could win your share of $1,800 cash, cash prizes, and door prizes, costume contest, music with Key 101, jackpots, food, and fun. Chewelah Casino is the place that treats you right. 100% non-smoking. Learn more at ChewelahCasino.com.
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual. But one day, this farmer will use augmented reality to help ensure the best yield. Urban planners will model traffic solutions to help decrease commute times. Exploring a spacecraft in a museum is one thing. But one day, the metaverse will help students learn about the rings of Saturn. The metaverse may be virtual, but the impact will be real.
There's never been a better time to get the luxurious quality and refined style you envision for your home. During National Karastan Month, receive up to a $1,000 rebate on beautiful Karastan carpets.
Save up to $1,000 on Karastan flooring at Panhandle Carpet One.
All right, welcome back. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson will make history again today as the Supreme Court is set to hold the investiture ceremony for the first black woman on the bench.
The ceremony will include the use of Chief Justice John Marshall's historic bench chair and commission language that dates to the first justice appointed by President George Washington. President Joe Biden, who selected Jackson, is scheduled to attend the ceremony alongside several other officials.
First-time unemployment claims falling again across the country. 193,000 people filed for unemployment help. That's down 16,000 from the week before. That's the lowest level since late April and well below the pre-pandemic average of 218,000 a week.
The Daily Show host Trevor has announced he will step away from the anchor desk. In a video statement shared on Twitter Thursday, Noah said that after 7 years as host of the Comedy Central satirical news program, his time is up. Noah, a stand-up comedian from South Africa, was a relative newcomer to American audiences when he was named as host of The Daily Show after Jon Stewart signed off in 2015. Noah hinted that his decision to leave the show is rooted in his desire to return to more stand-up work. He did not share when his final show would be, but said he'd still be around for a while.
Good morning. 10-second takeaway, real simple. It's going to be nice today. We're going to have sunshine this afternoon, light layers to start, shades for later. High today, 69. I give you 3 seconds back.
Oh, thanks, Mark. Apparently, we weren't ready for those 3 seconds, though. 6 Republican-led states are suing the Biden administration to try to block the president's student loan forgiveness plan. Biden's plan forgives $10,000 in federal student loans for borrowers who earn less than $125,000 a year and up to $20,000 for those who also receive federal Pell Grants. The suit claims Biden's executive order is not tailored to address the effects of the pandemic on federal student loan borrowers, which is required by the 2003 federal law the administration is using as legal justification. Pointing to a recent interview with CBS's 60 Minutes where he declared the pandemic over, the lead attorney saying it's patently unfair to saddle hardworking Americans with the loan debt of those who chose to go to college. This is at least the second lawsuit this week trying to block the president's plan.
And while these cases play out in court, the Biden administration is already sending out emails explaining how the program works. Sometime next month, the Department of Education will unveil an online application for debt relief. They also warn those who apply to be cautious of scams. Borrowers will not have to pay federal income tax on the student loan debt forgiven, but there are a handful of states that may tax discharged debt if changes are not made. Good morning, Northwest Time is now 12 minutes after 6.
Well, it's the hit and the injury the sports world is talking about this morning. Miami's quarterback rushed to a hospital. What we know about his condition, and should he have even been on the field to begin with?
And we will take you up to Green Bluff, where the Fall Harvest Festival is underway. Up next, Esther Bauer shows us what's new for your family up on the bluff.
Danzas de Vida, Dancing with Life, Mexican Mask Exhibition at the MAC. See a selection of over 50 traditional and contemporary dance masks with dance regalia and videos of the artists, dancers, and performances going on now.
You are unique, and so are your needs. At Axis Spine Center, we offer a team of highly trained spine care specialists who work together to provide you a customized treatment plan using the most innovative advancements in spine care available. We set new standards so that you can get back to what you love. Axis Spine, the region's only comprehensive spine care center.
Listen up! Everything we've worked for has led to this moment. Training is over. It's time to be efficient, like the Kubota Grand L Series. It is time to grind, like the Kubota LX Series, which is packed with extras. It's time to be tough, like the rugged BX Series. So let's get out there and plow, fight, and win!
Thanks to Joe Biden, food, fuel, everything costs too much. His energy policies and massive spending spree are driving skyrocketing prices, fueling the worst inflation in decades. 2 years ago, we were a self-sufficient, energy-independent, energy-exporting nation. Today, our energy production has been crippled. I'm Mike Crapo. I approve this message. Let's stop the spending free-for-all, let loose American energy, and fix inflation.
Every day is trophy territory at the general store downtown. Trophy thrills, trophy deals, trophy warthogs. Yes, trophy warthogs. For over 75 years, the general store has been your location for all the ammo, hunting, fishing, and camping gear any outdoor pro could ever need. Your trophy adventure starts at the General Store.
I'm Mike Hogan, the owner and branch manager of Chimney Rock Mortgage.
Our family is proud to be part of this community.
Chimney Rock Mortgage has been in business for 15 years.
All of which have been right here in Spokane.
We all live locally, spend our money here, know the area, and are in the same time zone. I really hope you choose Chimney Rock, but if not, please shop local.
Contact your local equal housing lender, Chimney Rock Mortgage, for your home loan pre-approval.
Danzas de Vida, Dancing with Life, Mexican Mask Exhibition at the MAC. See a selection of over 50 traditional and contemporary dance masks with dance regalia and videos of the artists, dancers, and performances going on now.
4 News Now is brought to you by Wendell Motors.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. It's now just about 6:16. Fall is in full swing. Green Bluff growers want you and your family to come out, explore, and try all the fruits they have in season.
Walters Fruit Ranch is hosting its annual Fall Harvest Festival with something in store for everyone. Esther Bauer is live there this morning with a look at all that's happening. Oh, you decided to jump out of the little kids buggy thing?
We're not on the wiggle worm anymore. We're on a tractor, and this is a very popular spot for kids. So Jason is with us again. Tell us about where we are.
You just have a thing for the tractors here. You go from the wiggle worm to the tractors. There's quite a few here. This is a really popular spot. We're right on the edge of the Barnyard play area. You're on a 1965 Massey Ferguson. This is one of the original tractors that helped create this whole land up here. When I first started working here in 05, I was on this every day. You know, planting pumpkins or running the orchard. The kids just love to play on them. We have antique John Deeres, Fords, you name it. It kind of, for us as adults, kind of look at it just as a museum thing. The kids just see these as a playground and love them.
Well, and I have my eyes on the pumpkin donuts.
Yeah, for sure.
There is a whole food assortment of so much to eat, try, do here at the Fall Festival.
Oh, definitely. You're from caramel apple craze pie to cider, pumpkin donuts, fresh corn dogs. Something that we have unique here that you're not going to find anywhere else is the apple fries made by Mary Lou's. They take our Honeycrisp apples, batter them, deep fat fry them, serve them with caramel and whipped cream.
Oh my gosh. Well, that sounds amazing. Goodness gracious. Jason, thank you for that. This is happening this weekend, every weekend through October, 10 to 6, Fall Festival here at Walters Fruit Ranch.
The apple fries.
We all perked up a little bit, didn't we?
Hey, we are kicking off the 38th year of Coats for Kids this weekend. You can visit any of our sponsored drop-off locations through the month of October. That includes Albertsons Safeway, Jewelry Design Center, and Great Floors. You can also make a cash donation, which will be used to buy new coats. To get a full list of drop-off locations and to find a link to make a cash donation, find our Coats for Kids section on KXLY.com. Distribution comes in November. We'll talk about that when it gets closer.
We have a bit of an issue with that.
Do tell.
Yeah, normally when we get those crisp fall days, the parents go into the closet to get the coats out and go, too small, too small, too small. Now with nice weather.
They haven't really had to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's dive in. Put that on the to-do list. I apologize. I don't mean to add to your to-do list. But yeah, we have very warm mornings. 69 degrees will be our high today. 67 is that average high. That's a 30-year average. And overnight lows of 49. Normally those coats start coming out when we're in the 20s and mid-30s, and we're not going to see that for, well, at least another week, at least. 54 currently in Spokane, 50 into Coeur d'Alene, 50 into St. Mary's, 52 into Colville. While Colville has had a day or two in the low 30s, we are going to be well into the 40s and 50s for the next week. We look at our live radar and satellite, and what we see is that rain-producing low and that cutoff from Sandpoint to Deer Park south, heavier rains to the north, not so much, continues to make its way into parts of the central panhandle, up into parts of Montana, but moving out of our area. So we're going to see clearing skies today, and that's going to be this afternoon. some high thin clouds, yes, but boy, it's going to be a return to some beautiful weather. We'll see some rain along the Idaho-Montana border in the higher elevations if you're heading there. Beartooth Pass, above 9,000 feet, could see some snow. Just saying. Friday, today, our highs into the mid-60s all around North Idaho. We're going to be around 70 degrees, eastern Washington, 71. I mean, Lewiston, cool this time of year, but still looking good. Tomorrow, Lewiston will be 80. We'll be 77, 76 into Coeur d'Alene. Mid-80s from Coulee City all the way down to 80 into the Tri-Cities. We're expecting temperatures into the upper 70s for Saturday and Sunday, Monday 79, and then, well, it's going to be around 80 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, even into Friday with overnight lows very consistent about 50. This high pressure is going to come in and keep us very steady. Now, at 6:20, want to talk about the Extreme team in action. We made the announcement a couple weeks ago. We're going to go to the Carl Maxey Center on East 5th. We are there yesterday trying to get the backyard. The original building had to be rebuilt. This was the basement and some flooring that has been sitting there with no way to get it out. Well, FMI gave us talk hoochie. Lance Pounder's got the 40 years of experience, and away we went. Got that all done. And all of that will be recycled with Central Premix, who also said bring it out to our area, dump it for free. Nice. We love what you're doing, and we love being there. So we'll be doing the library and a back patio, and I think it's going to be pretty amazing. So we'll start that on the 10th of October.
Sounds great.
Very good. Can't wait to see it. It's now 6:21. The Mariners' magic number is now down to just 1.
That's right. Seattle survived a back-and-forth affair with the Texas Rangers. It took 11 innings and almost 4 hours to finish. The highlights for you coming up after the break. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on your Friday morning. We'll be right back.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
The coolest cars, custom Jeeps, and tricked-out trucks are rolling into Max Auto Sports for the Maxed Out event. Right now, race into savings. 0 payments till January 2023. 0 gas costs for 6 months. 0 cost lifetime warranty. $4,000 over KBB, plus $500. That's $4,500 over KBB for your trade. The max savings during the Maxed Out event. 6 days only. It all ends Tuesday night. Now at Max Auto Sports.
The goal of hospice care is to improve your quality of life by offering comfort and dignity. Don't just say hospice, say Horizon Hospice.
The Jennifer Hudson Show is here.
I left work to come.
You left her? They gonna see you. He's with me today. We're lighting up daytime, baby.
You're gonna bless people every single day.
We're giving back, lifting each other up.
Something hits you in your heart.
We're doing it all.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, weekdays at 2, only on 4 News Now.
My husband and I have had the Harvester for about 13 years. If there's anything you want to know about Spangle, come in and find out at the Harvester. Avista contacted us about a business partner program to upgrade our lights to LED lights. Between the energy efficient rebates that we got in the grant, it was completely free to us. On our energy bill, we're saving about $500 a month. Everything has gone up, so that savings has been a huge help to the restaurant.
All right, what time is it?
It is time
3:30. Sorry, messed it up. Should we use that one?
It is time for an all-new Kelly.
That's right, Kelsey.
That's right. Yes, give it up for Topher Grace and Kelsey Ballerini.
Watch Kelly today at 4 and 4 News Now at 5.
Go Chiefs! Ahead into the Seattle zone. Chewelah off left side. Out front. Shot. Score! Carter Street and Spokane with a 4-2 lead with 3:31 remaining.
Your Spokane Chiefs home opener is this Saturday, October 1st against the Kamloops Blazers. The party starts at 4 p.m. at the arena main gate. Meet the team at 5 p.m. The Chiefs home opener Saturday, October 1st. Get there early for tickets and game times. Go to SpokaneChiefs.com. That's SpokaneChiefs.com.
4 News Now welcomes Kirsten O'Connor. You expect more from local news. Important information that makes a difference to you. Kirsten O'Connor delivers. And that's what we mean when we say, expect more. Get to know Kirsten. Weeknights on 4 News Now.
All right, welcome back. The Mariners' magic number is now down to just 1 after a wild extra innings win over the Texas Rangers last night. Mitch Haniger providing all the offense early after a 2-run homer in the first. Haniger hits another 2-run bomb in the third. That would tie the game at 4. Then Jared Kelnick gets in on the fun, going the other way for the first of his 2 homers on the night. The M's would build a 7-4 lead, but it wouldn't last. The Rangers hit 5 home runs of the night, including this shot to deep right from Nate Lowe, and it goes to extra innings tied at 7. Texas scores 1 in the 10th, but the M's get it back here. Cal Raleigh's flare is snagged by Cole Calhoun, but it's good enough to score Sam Haggerty, and we go to the 11th. Texas scores again, but the M's tie it up, and then J.P. Crawford lines one off the glove of Josh Young. Dylan Moore crosses the plate for the game-winning run, setting off a giant celebration. 10-9 is the final, and with 7 games left, the Mariners need just 1 win or 1 Orioles loss to clinch their first playoff berth since 2001, when I was just 24 years old.
Yeah, do you remember it well? Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa had to be carted off the field in a stretcher during the Thursday night football game, apparently injuring his head and neck after a sack. He laid motionless for several minutes before being taken to the hospital. The Dolphins say Tagovailoa is conscious and has movement in his extremities. He had been listed as questionable to play after an apparent head injury on Sunday against the Buffalo Bills. He was taken out, but later returned to the field. The team said he suffered a back injury, but the NFL Players Association wants a review of that.
Just hope for the best for him, for sure.
It's just awful to see. It's now just about 6:27.
All right, before we head to another break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America, starting at the top of the hour.
In this morning's GMA First Look, exposing the scammers targeting Zelle users.
So that you don't end up giving all of the money in that account to someone impersonating your bank.
And this morning, Marcus Miles from Ohio telling his story to GMA.
The gentleman on the phone was really nice and just sounded like, someone who would be from the bank.
But he wasn't, and drained Mr. Miles' account. His story, one of many from across the country. Demi Woods, speaking to our station WLS in Chicago, lost $3,500. Our San Francisco 7 on Your Side unit hearing from dozens of consumers. Lawmakers are now working to make these money transfers safer.
The single most effective thing that can happen is for Congress to pass a law that says consumers are not going to be held responsible.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the expert tips to keep your money safe from scammers. With your GMA First Look, I'm Will Reeve, ABC News, New York.
This is how it feels to do more with less asthma, thanks to Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Imagine that. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by End the Violence. Pergo Elements Wet Protect. The right kind of waterproof. Pergo Elements.
Come see us at Floor and Home.
Let us help create your space.
The Inland Empire 6. 6 local Honda dealerships dedicated to putting your Keister in a Honda. And your Keister will thank you for it because it'll be riding in comfort, style, and America's most fuel-efficient full-line automaker. And that can save your Keister at the gas pumps. Not to mention every Honda is packed with high-tech safety features that keep all your little Keisters safe and happy. See your local Honda dealer today. Honda gets the Inland Northwest.
Flowers are fighters. That's why the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's is full of them. Because flowers find a way to break through. Just like we will. Join the fight at alz.org/walk.
Pergo Elements Wet Protect. The right kind of waterproof. Pergo Elements.
Come see us at Floor & Home.
Let us help create your space.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now Story Tracker, following the stories grabbing your attention online this morning.
The bodies of some of the 10 victims in the float plane crash in the Puget Sound earlier this month have been recovered. Emergency management confirms the recovery, as well as about 80% of the plane itself, including its engine. The plane crashed September 4th, killing everyone on board, including local civil rights activist Sandy Williams and her partner Pat Hicks. Since the plane was found at the bottom of the sound, crews had to bring in special equipment that could withstand the strong currents and increased pressure. Federal aviation investigators still have not released what caused the crash.
Michelle Kwan is now the U.S. ambassador to Belize. President Biden tapped Kwan for the role in December, and the Senate confirmed the former Olympic figure skater and longtime Democratic activist yesterday. Kwan has a distinguished career in public service, diplomacy, and of course sports, along with a master's degree from Tufts University's Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy. She says she looks forward to working with the Belizean government on economic issues and the root causes of migration. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Friday, September 30th, and Mark is here with our first alert forecast as we wrap out this month.
All right, good morning. So we do have a dry sky, and things are looking pretty good, but some fog. We've got, again, some cool temperatures, and we also have quite a bit of moisture in the air. So Highway 2, heading west, you're going to see the potential for some dense fog there. Elsewhere, it's going to be spotty, so just be on the lookout for that. Be careful. We look at our next 12 hours. We're going to see, again, cloud cover that's going to be there this morning. Temperatures in the low 50s. We're going to have some sunny conditions this afternoon. Our high today is going to be 68 degrees, or 69, excuse me, but by 3:68, that 69 will be 4 and 5 o'clock. Things are looking pretty good for today.
We are just beginning to grasp the scope of the loss of life and damage left in Hurricane Ian's wake.
This morning, search and rescue operations and recovery efforts resume across Florida. Sydney Charles is live at the Now Desk with how Florida is recovering.
That's right. Right now in Florida, power trucks are lined up, mobilized to continue power restoration in Southwest Florida. Across the area, recovery is beginning and the search for survivors racing against time. Destruction as far as the eye can see. Southwest Florida is in shambles after Hurricane Ian roared ashore. President Biden saying this could be the deadliest hurricane in Florida's history. The difficult search for survivors is now underway.
These are very challenging circumstances for our rescuers, very dangerous circumstances. They're dealing with high water, cities that don't look like cities anymore.
As Florida copes with the aftermath of Hurricane Ian, help is on its way from all around the country. The Indiana National Guard sending more than a dozen soldiers, 3 flight crews, and mechanics, along with 2 Black Hawk helicopters to help with recovery efforts. And they're not the only ones heading south. More than 24 American Red Cross volunteers from Connecticut and Rhode Island are heading to Florida right now. And there are ways we can help here in Washington. Convoy of Hope is requesting funds to help deliver pre-bagged groceries. Donations to Direct Relief help support the purchase of medication as well as health equipment and supplies. And Save the Children is seeking donations to make sure children continue to have access to education. And Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis encouraging people to visit FloridaDisasterFund.org, or you can text disaster to 20222 for other ways to help the storm recovery and relief effort. And Ron DeSantis is holding a press conference right now. A few things he mentioned about current recovery efforts. He said emergency crews have been working nonstop through the night, and they've done a great job at standing up for the people during this very difficult time. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
And more than 500 Red Cross disaster workers are on the ground in Florida.
Some of those volunteers are from Eastern Washington. The Red Cross of the Greater Inland Northwest is sending volunteers to help. They're expected to be there for months. One Medical Lake woman with the Red Cross says she already knows she'll be away for Thanksgiving and probably Christmas as well. But she says it's worth it to help those who have lost so much.
Just to help. I mean, they just had their whole lives upended or wiped away, and they just need a helping hand. And whatever I can do to make that a little easier for them, I'm willing to do it.
If you want to help, Red Cross officials say monetary donations are the best way to do it. Other donations take time to get sorted, cleaned, and shipped to the disaster area, which can be labor-intensive and expensive.
A communication squadron from the Washington Air National Guard at Fairchild Air Force Base is now heading to Florida to help with recovery efforts. Late yesterday afternoon, the 242nd Combat Communication Squadron was activated. The 4-man crew will help deploy Starlink satellite communication terminals. The Starlink internet network was used in rural Washington locations during the 2020 wildfire season.
Excavators at Camp Hope are making room for a fence around the homeless camp. The fence was supposed to go up this week, but there's still a lot that needs to happen there first. The Department of Transportation, which owns the land the camp sits on, tells us excavators are clearing out piles of pallets and other fire hazards. This will help make room for the fence to be put in. Camp managers say the new fence should make the area safer. They'll also implement a curfew and new rules for the people living there. If those people are not happy with the changes, they'll be asked to leave.
This is no longer the Wild West of homeless services, which homeless camps tend to be.
This is the first step to secure the site so outreach providers can try to move people out of the camp and into housing. In For the People coverage this morning, we're now just 6 days away from Election Day, and we are learning one polling place in Kootenai County is now tentatively relocated at the voters' request.
Yeah, it's a church whose political activities have voters feeling uncomfortable. Kootenai County Commissioner Bill Brooks tells 4 News Now they received complaints against this congregation, one of which was how they publicly endorsed Idaho's Lieutenant Governor Janice McGeehan during a service. Voters told commissioners that made them question whether the voting site was a neutral location. The Board of Commissioners agreed to tentatively change the polling location. Commissioner Brooks says he expects the commissioners to reevaluate this decision next Tuesday. Again, voting is in 6 weeks. A move over charcuterie board, a new TikTok trend has taken over. Butter boards. The whole concept is literally boards slathered with butter and then topped with other stuff like fruits, veggies, salts, flakes, red pepper flakes, garlic, whatever. And then anybody, just dig in with your bread.
You had a tough time reading this again because I think you're getting so distracted by the potential deliciousness of a butterboard.
Yeah, I can't help it. It looks really good.
And then you got to get like various kinds of bread too,
For
right?
Sure.
Try everything out.
Then warm that bread up so that butter from the butter board.
Okay, see, now we've gone too far. Enough already.
Oh, man. You can take your butter board, your charcuterie outside today. It's going to be nice, better over the weekend as we're going to warm up. We do have some clouds today to start, but it'll be a sunny finish. Your forecast coming up.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual. But one day, this farmer will use augmented reality to help ensure the best yield. Urban planners will model traffic solutions to help decrease commute times. Exploring a spacecraft in a museum is one thing. But one day, the metaverse will help students learn about the rings of Saturn. The metaverse may be virtual, but the impact will be real.
Granite Concepts. Beauty set in stone.
Get exactly what you want. Wendell Ford is ready to help you find that vehicle you've been wanting to buy. Built for you. F-150, Bronco, Bronco Sport, Explorer, Mach-E, and Maverick. Here's how it works. Make a list of options you want. Wendell will work with you on financing to fit your budget. And then we will order the vehicle of your dreams or select from current inventory. Get exactly what you want. Built for you. Wendell Ford at the Y, drive for generations.
These doors are closed because it's too dangerous to ask employees to work here anymore. Think about that. For decades, Patty Murray has spearheaded reckless policies that lead to shortages, inflation, and so much crime that you can't even get a cup of coffee from the hometown shop on Capitol Hill, even if you could still afford it. 30 years in the Senate, and this is what she has to show for it? If she won't do the job, I will. I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message.
Sales this big come along once in a lifetime. Get to the best for last 2022 RV closeout happening now at Appleway RV in Liberty Lake. We're heavily discounting our last 2022 RVs with our most competitive prices ever. Take your pick from a new Aspen Trail or Colorado travel trailer, both priced under 30 grand and only $189 a month. Get your best RV deal ever during the best for last 2022 RV closeout through October 1st only at Appleway RV in Liberty Lake. Family adventure starts here.
All right, welcome back. A new scam alert to warn you about coming straight from the IRS. Scammers are now texting people claiming to be from the IRS, offering bogus offers like COVID relief, tax credits, or links to set up an online account. These phishing website links are being sent to hundreds of thousands of people across the nation. The IRS does not send emails or texts asking for your personal information or your account numbers. If you get a scam text, it is best to block the number and delete it, and definitely do not click on any links.
A member of the WSU men's basketball team has been diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. Freshman guard Miles Rice released a statement saying, in part, "I will beat this heinous disease and will use my success to be a positive inspiration and uplifting testimony for others." You can find a link to a GoFundMe account set up for Rice inside this story on KXLY.com.
All right, let's take a look at the 10-second takeaway. I'll take all 10 seconds this time. Some patchy fog. Then it's going to be very nice this afternoon. We're going to see sunshine, light layers needed now, but really the shades later. Today's high 69.
You know, it's been 8 years since the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge took over the internet.
Now the FDA has approved a new therapy for ALS that would have never been approved if it wasn't for the study the challenge helped fund. The drug made by Amylyx Pharmaceuticals has been, shown to slow devastating paralysis caused by ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease. The therapy is still considered to be experimental. The FDA approved it without a large-scale clinical trial because the drug has shown to be safe, despite questions about its effectiveness. Patients, advocacy groups, and physicians urge the FDA to quickly approve it because there are few other options to treat the life-threatening disease. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:42.
Esther Bauer is live up at Walter's Fruit Ranch on Green Bluff.
Well, the sheep are just now waking up, and they for sure want to see you this weekend. Coming up, we'll give you a live look at the Barnyard Playland, and I might just get in that.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
What do you get when ice cold beer, gourmet burgers, sports, and the Pint House brand come together? Good times. That's right. Pint House Burgers and Brews is now open at the former Good Times Pub location in the Spokane Valley. It will always be good times at the new Valley Pint House Burgers and Brews.
The coolest cars, custom Jeeps, and tricked out trucks are rolling into Max Auto Sports for the Maxed Out event. Right now, race into savings. 0 payments till January 2023. 0 gas costs for 6 months. 0 cost lifetime warranty. $4,000 over KBB plus $500. That's $4,500 over KBB for your trade. The max savings during the Maxed Out event. 6 days only. It all ends Tuesday night. Now at Max Auto Sports.
I proudly served our nation and fought for freedom abroad. I never expected to see our temple of democracy ransacked here at home. It's so dangerous that MAGA Republicans, like Mitch McConnell's handpicked candidate for U.S. Senate, Tiffany Smiley, continue to question the 2020 election. Their big lie is a direct threat to our elections and our democracy. Join me in defending America. Say no to Tiffany Smiley before it's too late.
I'm Patty Murray, and I approve this message.
Loans? Chimney Rock Mortgage has loans.
We offer purchase and refinance with conventional,
FHA, USDA-RD, VA, down payment assistance,
reverse mortgage, construction.
Chimney Rock Mortgage is truly a team. We like each other, we work hard together, and the end result of that is a better loan process for you.
Contact your local equal housing lender, Chimney Rock Mortgage, for your home loan pre-approval. Chimney Rock Mortgage.
Every day is trophy territory at the general store downtown. Trophy thrills, trophy deals, trophy warthogs. Yes, trophy warthogs. For over 75 years, the general store has been your location for all the ammo, hunting, fishing, and camping gear any outdoor pro could ever need. Your trophy adventure starts at the general store.
What's the only thing better than one Pint House Burgers and Brews? How about two? We are now open in the Spokane Valley. The same great sports and music videos, friendly staff and servers, gourmet burgers and ice-cold brews. Pint House Burgers and Brews, now open in the Spokane Valley.
4 News Now is brought to you by Washington Trust Bank.
With the beautiful weekend in store, where better to spend it than at Green Bluff? The farms are bursting at the seams with apples, pumpkins, and other fall treats.
Walters Fruit Ranch is starting its annual Harvest Festival with activities for the whole family. Esther Bauer is live there checking it out and showing us some really fun things.
Super fun things. The sun is coming up. The orchard looks amazing. It's so beautiful out here. And we've made it to the Barnyard Playland. So this is just one of the fun areas here at the Fall Festival. Jason here owns the ranch, and he's with us again this morning. So talk with us about everything here at this part of the festival.
So if you're here in the Barnyard Play area, we have a sandbox. It holds 3 tons of dried peas. The kids love to go in there. We got a bunch of Tonka trucks and stuff. We have the duck races. It's where you have a hand water pump and you race a rubber duck against your opponent. We have the giant haystack, kids' favorite. The Barnyard Maze is very unique here to Walters Fruit Ranch up in Green Bluff. There is a 3-story maze. So you have a ground level maze, and then it intertwines kind of like a Mobius strip through those different stairways. If you make it to the top, you get a view of all of Green Bluff. You're 3 stories up. You can see as far as Larry Knapp's farm to Hidden Acres.
So beautiful. And something that I have been eyeing all day is this human hamster wheel.
Yes.
So we have a little bit. Jason, I'm going to give you this. I'm going to try to get in here and see how this goes.
This is made just for you, and it's on tracks. If you're ever wondering what it was like to be a hamster in a wheel, you got to come to Walters Fruit Ranch.
So I'm sure that the kids would do a lot better, more graceful than I did, but you can get in the human hamster wheel. Jason, thanks for letting me do that. A lot of fun happening every weekend in October.
Yes, a couple more things I'd love to mention is that we have a massive corn maze here at Walters Fruit Ranch. It's our 3rd year running it. It's a free corn maze. You come here, everybody gets to go in there. There's no charge for the corn maze. And of course we have the corn cannon where you can get your chance to win $100 shooting the corn cob in the barrel.
Ooh. Free maze, and you can win some cash. Happening this weekend, every weekend in October here at Walters Fruit Ranch. We're going to send it on back to you.
And lots of other farms doing a lot of fun things up at Green Bluff. So check them all out. And it's always a good idea as we're learning to make reservations first.
That corn can is pretty fun, though, and sometimes the parents want to, get the kids out of the way so they can try it out. I mean,
can you?
Or maybe that's just me.
You can't strong arm them. Is that not okay? It really does. There's got to be a height requirement on that hamster wheel because I don't think I can.
I think so. Yes, you can.
I don't think I could fit him.
Try.
6'4". Just push him in there. All right. Good morning, everybody. At Green Bluff in the valley, up north 9 Mile, all the way south into the Palouse. Air quality is good. Things are looking great. We look at the smoke forecast. Excuse me. It's just, irony, isn't it? We're going to see maybe some increased smoke a little later on tonight, but it should stay in the good, maybe slipping into the moderate, but it won't get bad. We look at what we have for a forecast, 69 degrees, partly cloudy. It's going to be a gorgeous afternoon. Tonight, temperatures down to 49 degrees. In fact, this is going to be a very consistent forecast. Right now, we're sitting into the mid-50s, 50 into Coeur d'Alene. Now, we do have that, again, counterclockwise rotation of that low pressure system. It moves out. High pressure builds in, and we look at the forecast radar. All of this is going to push out by this afternoon. We'll have sunny conditions with, again, still some clouds being kicked out by that system, but then it's really going to get nice. So we look at the big picture. The big picture takes us all the way out to the Pacific. This is that high pressure dome that's going to come over the top of us. That hurt my shoulder. It's so big. We're going to have temperatures for today, 69, 64 Pullman, 70 and sunny in Ritzville, mid-60s with sunshine later on today in North Idaho, mid-70s tomorrow for North Idaho, and we're going to see a continuation of temperatures nearing 80 all next week. It's going to be a gorgeous weekend. I hope you're having a great morning. Your morning sprint is coming up.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Washington State Employees Credit Union. There's never been a better time to get the luxurious quality and refined style you envision for your home. During National Karastan Month, receive up to a $1,000 rebate on beautiful Karastan carpets.
Save up to $1,000 on Karastan flooring at Sandpoint Furniture Carpet One.
Chewelah Casino is giving you the chance to win Monster Mash Cash. Here's how you could win your share of over $12,000 cash. Play your favorite games with your Sun Club card. Earn entries for Monster Mash Cash. On Saturdays this month, you can earn bonus entries while playing your favorite games with your Sun Club card. Monster Mash Cash drawings happen Saturday, October 22nd. Cash prizes drawn every 30 minutes starting at 6 p.m. Learn more at ChewelahCasino.com.
The Labor Day sale at More Furniture is one of the biggest sales of the year, and we've got new arrivals and bestsellers all on sale.
Get this beautiful contemporary wood bed with additional storage for only $7.95.
Or upgrade to the package including the dresser, mirror, and nightstand for only $19.95.
With ample storage and available in 3 color options, this set can make the bedroom of your dreams within reach, all at an incredible value.
Preview these sales specials and more at morefurniture.com.
Since 1958, Becker has been your local, family-owned Buick and GMC dealer. We have always prided ourselves on honest service, quality vehicles, and an excellent customer relationships. We've seen Spokane grow and change, but still hold on to that small-town feeling. At Becker, we've done the same by providing vehicles with industry-leading technology, all while keeping friendly, local approach to doing business. Be a part of our family. Stop by or call to apply for any of our open positions. Becker Buick GMC, where you'll always be treated like family.
Thanks to Joe Biden, food, fuel, everything costs too much. His energy policies and massive spending spree are driving skyrocketing prices, fueling the worst inflation in decades. 2 years ago, we were a self-sufficient, energy-independent, energy-exporting nation. Today, our energy production has been crippled. I'm Mike Crapo. I approve this message. Let's stop the spending free-for-all, let loose American energy, and fix inflation.
There's never been a better time to get the luxurious quality and refined style you envision for your home. During National Karastan Month, receive up to a $1,000 rebate on beautiful Karastan carpets.
Save up to $1,000 on Karastan flooring at Sandpoint Furniture Carpet One.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
6:52, time to get you ready for your Friday and the weekend here in the Morning Sprint.
Yeah, Mark Peterson here with your forecast to help you prepare for a sunny and warm weekend.
Esther Bauer live at Walter's Fruit Ranch with how to celebrate fall with your family.
But first, Hurricane Ian heading right toward the Carolinas. Let's get right to Sydney Charles with the latest details.
That's right. This morning, there is still danger of life-threatening storm surge along the coast of Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas. Well, what do we know right now? So Ian regained Category 1 strength, and it is just moments from lashing South Carolina right now. Because of this, President Joe Biden has declared a state of emergency in South Carolina. Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis saying there have been more than 700 rescues since Ian's landfall, and at least 11 people have been confirmed dead. According to PowerOutage.us, the amount of Floridians without power is slowly declining. Now, under 2 million people don't have access to power. That's down from over 2 million earlier today.
All right, first alert weather on this Friday morning. Things are looking pretty good. Right now we have cloud cover and 54 degrees. But those clouds are going to get pushed out, and we're going to see a better afternoon with sunshine, and winds are going to be light. So already we see this moving south and out of the region. Our highs today are going to be near 70. We're going to be into the mid-60s for North Idaho. Things look great. And again, mostly sunny afternoon, few clouds, and 69 will be our high today. The weekend is going to warm up. We'll have more on that coming up.
Some breaking news we've been telling you about this morning. The bodies of some of the 10 victims in the float plane crash in the Puget Sound earlier this month have been recovered. Emergency management confirms the recovery, as well as about 80% of the plane itself, including its engine. The plane crashed on September 4th, killing everyone on board, including local civil rights activist Sandy Williams and her partner, Pat Hicks.
Spokane police swarmed a home on Northwest Boulevard, demanding the people inside surrender. This is video of the first person leaving that home with their hands on their head. Minutes after the arrest, police set off a flashbang and told a second person they knew they were in the basement and to come out with their hands up. A police lieutenant tells us the Spokane Violent Crimes Task Force arrested a man and woman on a Department of Corrections warrant, and that the man has an extensive history of violent crime and weapons possession. We hope to learn more about the arrests this morning.
Spokane police and federal agents raided the Hells Angels Clubhouse on East Sprague. The only thing they would tell us is that they were serving a search warrant there. As we'll learn more about the raid, we'll keep you up to date right here and on 4 News Now and on our website, KXLY.com.
If you are driving through downtown Spokane this morning, you will want to avoid Spokane Falls Boulevard, at least a portion of it. It'll be closed between Monroe and Wall until at least 2 this afternoon. Crews are dismantling this crane. You can still get into the parking garages at River Park Square and the Central Library.
And you'll want to give yourself some extra time to get to anything downtown starting on Sunday, as construction crews will be closing the left 2 lanes of eastbound I-90 from the 195 interchange to Hamilton Street. Those lane closures will start every night at 7 o'clock until October 5th.
Excavators at Camp Hope are making room for a fence around the homeless camp. That fence was supposed to go up this week, but there is still lots that needs to happen first. The Department of Transportation tells us excavators are clearing out piles of pallets and other fire hazards to help make room for the fence to be put up. Camp managers say the new fence should make that area safer.
I'm live here at Walter's Fruit Ranch, where their fall festival is in full swing. I'm talking apple picking, pumpkin picking, so much food, activities for the kids, refreshments for the parents. This is happening every weekend in October from 10 to 6, and you just cannot beat these views. We're here on Green Bluff, and you can take it in here at the fall festival. You're gonna wanna plan ahead, get some parking passes, and come out, enjoy the fun, enjoy the fall, spend time with your family.
Well, 6 Republican-led states are now suing the Biden administration. They're trying to block the president's student loan forgiveness plan. Biden's plan forgives $10,000 in federal student debt or federal student loans for borrowers who earn less than $125,000 a year, and up to $20,000 for those who also receive federal Pell Grants. The suit claims Biden's executive order is not tailored to address the effects of the pandemic on federal student loan borrowers.
While these cases play out in court, the Biden administration is already sending out emails explaining how the program works. Sometime next month, the Department of Education will unveil an online application for debt relief. They also warn those who apply to be cautious of scams.
Well, more than 500 Red Cross disaster workers are on the ground in Florida. Some of those volunteers are from Eastern Washington. The Red Cross of the Greater Inland Northwest is sending volunteers to help. They're expected to be there for months, helping with hurricane recovery. One Medical Lake woman with the Red Cross says she already knows she will be away for the holidays.
First-time unemployment claims falling again across the country. 193,000 people filed for unemployment help. That's down 16,000 from the week before. It's the lowest since late April and well below pre-pandemic average of 218,000.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
I met Chris through a phone call. He was talking to me about his landscaping company, and he was looking to get some financing. What I like about Numerica is when it comes to decision making, it's right down the hall, and we're able to meet his needs within a month.
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual, but one day, this farmer will use augmented reality to help ensure the best yield. Urban planners will model traffic solutions to help decrease commute times. Exploring a spacecraft in a museum is one thing, but one day, the metaverse will help students learn about the rings of Saturn. The metaverse may be virtual, but the impact will be real.
There's There's a new face in local news. Kirsten O'Connor joins Aaron Luna and Chris Crocker weeknights on 4 News Now. Committed to our community, invested in you and your family's safety. Get to know Kirsten O'Connor weeknights on 4 News Now.
As we take a live look outside, we don't have rain falling. We don't have fog in our immediate area, but we do on Highway 2 westbound. And we have some cloud cover. Now today, it's going to be mild. It's going to be 2 degrees above average at 69. The weekend, if you're going to Greenbluff, if you're going to Oktoberfest in the Deutsches Haus downtown, 77 degrees and sunny. It's going to be gorgeous. Sunday, 77. And then we're going to be near 80 all next week. Overnight lows are going to be around 50 degrees. It's going to be beautiful.
Indeed.
How about we just give it up for Mother Nature,
Yeah.
right? We're well into fall now, but it's still summer-like, so we appreciate you, Mother Nature. Also, go Cougs this weekend on homecoming against Cal.
Have a great weekend.